Well, good morning or good day, dear fencers, and welcome for another épée fencing lessons with moi, Denis Fournier. So today we are going to talk about blade movements, sometimes with blade contacts and sometimes without blade contacts. So first we're going to do without blade contacts. So if, as an example, I start in this position where I am inside what would be a right-handed person, and I perform inside above, I perform an action like this, and I go straight to the target, whether it be the arm or the body or the shoulder. At this point it's irrelevant. So I perform then a direct attack. My blade was initially here, and I don't move here, or change from one side to the blade on the other side, and I extend, then it's a direct attack. My blade is down here, and I go direct to the leg, it's a direct attack. Now, in direct attack, there are a few. The first one, most is called a disengage, also dégagé. So from being inside above here, and I go around here, turn to the other side, and finish my action on the other side. It's called a disengage. A disengage can also be vertical. I start up, inside above, and I finish inside below, go to the leg. That's also a disengage. Disengage can be lateral, could be vertical, or it could be diagonal, where I go from inside above to outside below. And many combinations are available. Next one would be a counter disengage. Well, a counter disengage is more like if I'm about to do a direct attack and my opponent would be trying to take my blade this way with a counter 6, I would do a circle avoiding the blade contact and then finishing my action. A counter disengage is when my opponent does a circular movement, and a disengage would be when he does an action like this and I go this way. Alright? So the next one is a cut over. It's basically I go over with full point here and I cut over, also called coupe. And of course you got your whips, and a double would be if I start a direct attack and my opponent does a circle twice, then I would go twice around, called double or double, which is a 2 counter disengages in a row. Keep in mind, counter disengages usually means some kind of a circle, either in a clockwise motion or counterclockwise motion. Alright? So, and of course you got your combinations. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can go disengage and then counter disengage. I can go feint low, disengage up, and a number 2 on the outside, staying lateral. There are many combinations available. So these are the main ones. And now we are going to go on with blade contacts. There are several blade contacts available. Most common, beat attack. So if my blade is here, I would be close to the end of the épée or the last third of the épée to deflect the point away from it's a temporary deflection of the point. It's not to knock the blade hard so hard, it's to deflect the point. So I would beat, direct, and I can also go kind of disengage, beat, finish on the other side, and that would be a counter beat. Beat can be beat 4 in this line, could be if I start here, beat 6, it could be circle beat counter 6, if I'm here, circle beat counter 4, I can beat the top, I can beat under. It all depends on the position of the blade of your opponent. If the blade is parallel to the floor, I might be more successful beating top of the blade or under the blade. If the blade is way up there, then of course a beat 4 or 6 would be better. If the blade is down here, well, 4 or 6 won't make any difference, but a beat 7 or 8 might work better. So now you have the other one called opposition. Well, opposition, if somebody kind of does an action, I can just go make contact, and as I keep contact, I finish my action with either an attack or a counter attack. So it's more like a contact of the blade, and as you make your extension, you keep contact on the blade, deflecting the point. That's called what we call also a wet contact as opposed to a dry bead contact. Next one, the taking of the blade. Well, it's like a circular action usually, where I would go like this, take the blade, push it away slightly, and then keeping the contact with the funnel of my action. So it could be from here, circle around, make contact, keep kind of the opposition, and go and continue. Those are taking of the blades. There are many different options. And then you can have, well, combinations of beat, counter beats, so on and so forth. Like you can have a beat, counter beat, two beats. I can have a double beat, 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 direct, beat, beat, opposition, opposition, feint, take the blade, finish. The combinations are, I wouldn't say endless, but there are many. And then in C, the combinations of both A and B, well, imagine how many combinations are possible. Because I can go 1, 2, beat, finish. I can go beat, beat, disengage. I can go opposition, disengage. Or I can go taking of the blade, push, and then 1, 2, or push and then beat. Imagine all of them possible from different lines, either starting in the line of 4, initially above and inside, starting outside, starting low, starting high, going vertical, going horizontal, going diagonal. There are so many different possibilities between blade movements without contact, with contact, and both with and without contacts. Of course, we haven't talked about attacks and counterattacks and parry pass. However, it is possible that all of these things are done in an offensive action, a defensive action, and a counter-offensive action. All right? So that's kind of like basics, and I hope you have learned more about épée fencing and today's lesson, blade movements with and without blade contacts. Enjoy. Bye.